Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Today is November 9th, 2023, 7 p.m. Regular meeting of the Board of Fire Commissioners. If we could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. The Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A moment of silence, please, for all of our fallen and all of our service members that are protecting us overseas, please. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen. Attendance is all set. Approval of prior meeting minutes from October 12th and the special meeting of October 19th. We have a motion, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Public participation. At this time, anybody like to speak? We do have one person online, Mitch Page. If anyone would like to speak on the public participation, you're welcome at this time. Anybody? Chief Past Chief Trummer.
Congratulate Commissioner for a re-election,
Thank you, sir.
and I hope we can move in a straight line.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Any other public participation? Anybody online? Raise your hand. Okay, moving forward. Communications, monthly reports.
I have monthly reports from Chief Trummer and looking over, we just looked at, I was looking at the ending numbers, total calls, and I'm assuming that those total calls are 61 for the month and not for 4 months.
61 is for the month, 304 is for the 4-month running total.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you. Chief's activities for 2023, and I know that Chief Traumer is one heck of a busy chief, and it's looking very, very good. Fire Marshal's report he sent today, I believe it was today, breakdown of the Meadow Commons Fire Watch overview as to what time frame was involved and the amount of money. We're waiting final payment of $24,000. I believe that's going to go back into our budget, correct?
Part-time.
Part-time?
That is correct.
Okay.
That was an agreement that the finance department had, that they would pay it out of our part-time, and that once that check came back, it would go right back into our part.
Awesome. And Fire Marshal also submitted the monthly report for October. Total inspections that were done in the month of October is 66, and it appears that they're staying on top of everything, and it's nice to see that Meadow Commons finally has their hydrants in place.
Just quickly on that, I spoke with Marshall DJ just before the meeting, and they are on track to have 100% of all residential occupancies inspected for the year.
Nice. Very good. Yeah.
Maybe
Training.
you should comment on what residential occupancies mean.
Residential occupancies are anything to 2 family or more, correct? 2 family or more. And that has to be inspected every year. Or every 2. If that happens, I believe that's a great accomplishment by our fire marshal's office. They have hit the ground running with their new staff, and things are going great there. Would you like to elaborate at all, Marshall?
The one thing I will comment on regarding that all that work that goes into it. I know that Marshall, has been pushing hard with John Hoffman, the assistant marshal to do this. It's been, we've all contributed to it, but, John's had the lead on it. But keep in mind, we're adding over 500 new residents.
Oh, yeah.
Next year or so.
Yeah,
So,
and that is yearly inspections, right?
yeah, that's, I don't quote me, I have to look at my thing. I don't do residential. I got most industrial and daycares.
It depends on size and go 2 or 3 years, every 2 or 3 years.
Well, and with 500 new apartments coming in, that could be quite taxing on our
Yeah.
marshal's office.
Yeah, I
Remember,
guess,
We'll have to,
come to at the same time, they're staggered through the years, so.
right, right,
Well, the amount that he has next year, this year, is probably gonna be close to what he has next year, too.
right.
and I just want to add, from the fire marshal's report, planned review, the fire marshal's office currently has 153 open projects according to the town of Newington permitting system. Starting dates range from 6/2/2021. Fire marshal's office, along with the building department, will be working to close projects to ensure accuracy. However, the building department is down to 1 inspector for the foreseeable future. So that, you guys are just like
Slammed.
slammed. So,
And you also have to do periodic inspections on, say, an apartment building, a new apartment building. That could be, they could call you in on a weekly thing for different
It's not just
issues.
that, I mean, there's like 7 or 8 different occupancies in town, that's just residential. You get your health.
Right. But during the, I'm concerned about the building process. Why it's under construction.
Sure, you gotta go in and inspect fire stops, you need to go in and check, wiring, there's many phases that we're called into by the engineering department, make sure that building is being constructed
Right.
properly.
Right,
333, is a big project, but it's not just, stores, there's housing, and then
Right.
right down the street is Pike, they're moving along, very quickly. You saw the hotel go up.
yeah,
It's one after another, so it's a combination thing, and then you've got plenty of properties in town. That, are added in there, stores and, it's a cheesecake, I want to say, Marshall. Said, it's the same thing, that there's so many businesses, industrial parks. You go into one day and the next day, look at Beacon for the longest time, how many calls we were getting there. That's
Right.
all fixed now. All the fire systems have been redone, all the things, now they're expanding inside. You go inside and they've got brand new equipment that's been brought in.
wow,
So town's busy and,
wow,
Marshall's office is generally busy.
excellent. Well, we do have the right people in the position, so
yes, we
Right.
do.
thank you.
And hopefully that'll improve our tax base and our taxes won't go up that much.
There you go.
The last set, training report I have is from, Chief Regina. I like the way that, this new, incident reporting history or non-incident reporting history has come out. I think this is awesome. I like the numbers that I'm seeing, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chief Regina. Looking at, length, attendance, and manpower hours. Just incredible.
Can I comment?
Yes,
So you're in your hands, you have September and October. It brought to my attention that our numbers in September were off. And it was because of the way some things got put in and how calculated. So I went back into the report and thinking that I was gonna lose some things. The first column with the length was off. So it was 41 last month, and now it's like 59 or, it's a 30 something number. But it's regarding the manpower hours, I added another 70 hours because it didn't calculate our online training.
okay,
So
That was for
that's
September.
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 numbers
So
went
the
up higher.
70 to the 454.34,
We went up,
add another 70,
that's-
so 5 and change.
yeah,
nice,
so,
nice.
so that's included in there,
520.
and then as promised, I've just given this to Chief Trommer. And I promised you I would do this for you also. This is all of the other things that we're doing without Enfer's calls in it.
I think you got it.
Oh,
Nope. That's everything.
Okay.
Look at the
Yeah, I
last
see, I
page.
see.
Look at the last page.
I'm liking this. No, that's important.
This is total, including this.
That's month of October. Yeah, that's
just the month.
Month of
That's
October.
just month October, Commissioner, that's everything. So I gave you my training report, so
Right.
ignore that for now. My training and all of our other events are in that report you have in your hand.
Unbelievable.
So for the month of October, our members did 791.17 hours of
Activities.
stuff,
Stuff.
everything.
1 month.
And just to also caution on this does not include the chief's hours.
Yeah.
So the chief's hours are not included in this. This is just company drills, community outreach, and so forth. It does not include any
Amazing.
of our admin time.
800 hours.
Will you be able to, at some point in time, which I think might be a nice idea, is to be able to capture what the command staff's hours are?
Now that we have our MDPs and they're actually starting to work now, we're gonna actually start including, correct?
Awesome, awesome. Okay, perfect.
Incredible.
That should make the ISO happy.
I know I asked for this last month through the commission and to see it up front, I think it's. You know, we always knew, well, we did this, we did that, but we never had hours that
This, and again, this does not include our fire costs.
this doesn't include fire costs.
790 hours is not fire costs. There's no fire costs in this list.
Over 1,000 hours,
Unbelievable.
I bet you it's.
1,200.
I bet you it's over that.
It's over.
Yeah, it's gotta be over that.
Well,
We don't capture everything that everybody does.
Right.
Checks. Yeah, oh.
Amazing.
We still got more to go. We're picking up more things as we go. but this-
So this Red MX has been a lifesaver and it's worth every penny.
so the key to this reporting that we've been starting to do is actually the software that we bought last year. This is Red NMX at its best. This is how we're capturing all of our data now. And it's the effort of all the chiefs that have worked hard to get this, and plus other individuals within the department that are helping input all this stuff in. There's many man hours that are even included in inputting all this information, so. It's a tremendous effort by everybody. And it is, it's for ISO, it's our push. It's our push as chief to get to that next level. That's our goal.
Amazing. Thank you. Pat yourselves on the back.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for
That's it.
monthly reports.
Motion to approve monthly.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Ledger status, that's Commissioner Stoddard.
I looked through it. The only thing I was gonna ask about was part-time salaries.
Well,
We got that
money
answer.
back, so
Yeah.
we got that money back.
I think we're in good shape.
Yeah, we're doing good. And I know I asked you once before, Chief, why the maybe you can explain to me why the those two grants keep popping up on top.
Those just get put in there, by the finance department for, just to keep track of them.
Okay,
They're not, they really are not.
was it like a placekeeper or?
It is a placekeeper. It's not, we don't have any of those funds available to us. They're
Okay.
just there.
All right,
They did create a line item for the sign grant, so we were able to draw some money out of
I see that in there.
funding that will be replenished.
When it
When
reimburses.
the federal government reimburses us,
Okay,
but we needed some money up front to get the project moving.
okay. Great. Anything else on the ledger? No.
So I'll
A
make a
motion.
motion, we approve it.
And
second,
all in favor?
aye.
Thank you. Old business. Moving right along. Radio system update.
Radio systems, actually moving in a positive direction, as we said last month. The consoles are supposed to be installed completely next week. They did the preliminary install, last week, so that they could do. They will actually do the full install on the 13th, I believe it is, if everything, all the paper's in. So that will actually be all brand new councils at PD dispatch. They will go live with the councils. It won't be on the new radio system. It will still operate off the old system until we get the new one in place. And, installs should be starting end of November, ish timeframe. Right now, we're in a stall pattern because we're having an issue with firmware with Motorola. Once they get that straightened out, they're gonna move forward, but they're looking to start installs, I think, after Thanksgiving.
Installs in the vehicles.
Installs in the vehicles, they're gonna start with PD, then go to fire, and keep going. And just, we're moving in the right direction. We're in discussions, as I said in the past, with, Freddie Callahan about, putting a tower up at his site with the state of Connecticut. That's moving in a positive direction. We're just waiting on a proposal to come back from the state. And hopefully we'll get that, signed and sealed pretty quickly.
Do we need that for it to go live?
No, we can actually operate off of the tower that we have now, and then they can convert it over into the new system.
Okay, good,
Nice.
beautiful. Grant update. Chief Lapierre.
The electricians started Monday. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to follow up today with them. I had spoken to the chief this morning. My day kind of went sideways after 2 calls this morning, but the electrician started the base guy is supposed to be starting within the next day or so. I gotta touch base with Joel after I talked to the town engineer, because he said something about an excavation permit. And we thought we had pulled all the permits that they asked for, and I had asked the electricians to pull their own electrical permit. As far as I know, that was done. I just received from Eric Hankley all the zoning approvals, so I'm guessing we're in good shape.
Good.
Joel was supposed to be ordering the panels. Like I said, we were able to get some money. He needed some money up front to start to order the parts. And so that's in process. He was hoping, when we talked last week, he was shooting for Thanksgiving or right after Thanksgiving to be done.
Beautiful.
So let's keep our fingers crossed, I guess. I don't want to guarantee it'll be done, but obviously we're working with. The base guy is not the same as the guy who's gonna
Right.
put the bricks up,
Yeah,
and I think the sign is the easiest part.
Okay.
Panels in, and then they'll have it all, it should be all wired at that point. And the chief is arranging to hook it into, I believe, our internet. So that, you know, any changes can be done right here.
excellent. Cool. And that will be controlled by a select few, chief?
Yes.
Okay.
There'll only be a handful of people that will be able to switch it.
Okay. Do we need, does that come with enough security so it can't be
Yes.
hacked into, or
Yeah. It'll be,
God forbid?
yeah, it'll be locked down pretty tight.
Okay. Updates, anything else on that, chief? All right,
Just one other thing on grants. AFG, I believe all the AFG grants have been distributed. We did not get a turn down letter. We didn't get a yes. So we're not even sure what's going on. I don't know if it's because FEMA is falling behind, but I think the last award was sometime in September. So I would have thought we would have got a turn down letter by now. We've received nothing.
okay,
I'm not sure where that's at, but, that was for the thermal imagers, the personal thermal imagers and the replacement of the larger thermal imagers. So that one did get, we didn't get it. So, we're looking at other options to try to go for next year.
We're
okay,
kind of waiting for that turn down letter, because then we can actually meet with the one of the administrators. We've already got it scheduled. He needs to have that turn down letter so he can review how we can make our next application stronger.
okay,
Can I comment on that? There is a possibility that the reason they haven't received it is because some departments get the money and then don't do anything with it, and the money gets turned back in, And then they hand it out to maybe like the second or third.
Okay,
So they're still, if they haven't gotten it turned down, that would be why they haven't.
And we've got nothing, so.
all right,
Which might be a good thing.
Interesting.
And then one last thing on grants, Chief LaPierre actually applied for what we call a Heroes Grant. It's actually a 50% reimbursement for turnout gear.
But we did boots and helmets.
We did boots and helmets. It's not a large grant, but it's something that we produced information. We're just waiting on either a yes or no on that, but we did apply for that one also. And all the paperwork's been submitted, and I believe someone contacted them already for some quotes and stuff to send over to them.
really?
Yeah, he's got all,
That was through Channel 30?
whoever, I think.
Those are
Mr.
one that
Ewan
you
sent
sent
one,
us.
Yeah,
and I got it from, our grant writer had also seen it.
yeah, that was from NBC 30.
And it's called the Heroes Grant,
Heroes
so
Grant.
it's 50%, they'll give you 50% reimbursement, so.
Great.
If we can save the town, couple $1,000, still saving the town money,
Sure,
Awesome.
so.
anything helps.
That's-
Great.
That's great.
And that's promising news that they asked for quotes on stuff, so let's hope.
Yeah, they have everything, so.
Yeah, Chief LaPierre actually talked to the CEO of the group, so. It's a
Yeah,
positive
he's
thing.
emailed us and it looks like considerations. I'm
Excellent,
just kind of waiting to hear back from them.
great,
I'll circle back. I didn't want to go too quick, but
yeah,
I'll circle back in another couple weeks.
okay. Update tablets, transition, Alpine.
Let me start with the Alpine. We'll hit MVPs. Regarding the Alpine, I met with Chief LaPierre and the quartermasters, and they are now in the process of entering in all the new gear that was received. So that we can, start off with that, all that information being built into it. Met with Martin Ball and Chief Stegmeier's team. They were working on the end of year PMP. We're getting ready to migrate over to the new system with reporting and doing that. I think I've had so many meetings about Austin. Yeah, Austin and the engineers, we're trying to get going on that piece. And then Chief Stegmeier and I spoke yesterday regarding, we're going to get together, have a workflow meeting. Basically to define, this is what quartermaster does. If you need something entered in it, quartermaster is the one responsible. How we'll move, let's say as an example, safety needs 5 masks. How they move the 5 masks from inventory to them and how they dish them out to whoever and how that gets handled. And then by doing the workflow, everyone on the team, we've got over 20 some odd members that are inputting and doing stuff into the system directly now. Training is doing it, as you've seen. So each group has got it now, it's just getting them all in the room together and say, okay, you got this, you got this, you got that, here's how you interact. And then hopefully we're just gonna keep adding on. There's some modules I'm gonna put in 4 on the system that I think we need. They have there's everything from inspection modules that we could look at for fire marshal, if DJ's interested in it. There's a module for pre-plans that you could actually go out and do your pre-plans on a module. There's modules for a couple other things that we're doing, and we're gonna just keep looking at, possibilities and things that we can do with the system. We've had really good luck with the core product and where we are now. Everything seems to, as you can see, it's growing. In regards to the MDTs, we've been doing some testing with IT. We had some major issues. Chief Traumer has taken the lead on responding to their information and, pushing hard to get better responses. We don't have the MDTs in the offices yet. We have a couple of computers upstairs, but we don't have enough machines to do all the work we need to do. The MDTs that are in the apparatus also had a glitch a week ago, where a whole bunch of them dropped off, but we're able to monitor it. It's not a Red NMX issue. Last Saturday, the servers between Next Gen and Red NMX stopped That's maintained in IT in their location. So one call didn't come through that night, so of course my phone went off the hook, everybody was calling me, so I can't do the report. But, you know, they're trying, so, we're gonna keep pushing at them to do it. So,
I will give, the IT department credit. They are trying to work through the process. They're short-staffed, and you know as well as we do, as I do, we've asked multiple times to get more people in there. And I just think that they have 3 or 4 guys in there and are running ragged with everything that's going on in town.
Right,
And unfortunately, they just can't keep up. And
Right.
They are trying, I mean, they are very receptive to both of us lately, to try to get this resolved. It's just, they don't have enough man hours to do it.
right.
I mean, like Scott Hogan was down here with Chief LaPierre until like 9:30, 10 o'clock the other night.
a couple hours down here trying to.
And my computer wouldn't link in, so I couldn't do anything, and I ended up being here for 3 hours,
Chief Stegman.
not even be able to do anything.
You know, so it's not that they're not trying, so I don't want that to be, you know.
Right.
Right. Working hard, problem is they're short staffed. And I just wish they could get more people that would help them out. I just, like, from what Scott Trello said, they're just having trouble getting, you know, good quality people, that's all.
And with the new system coming online with us, you know, they're gonna handle a lot of support, and we're hammering, because we do have a lot of things that we need done to make sure we have.
Right.
I don't want a captain, you know, chief doesn't want a captain system, I don't want it, you know, the nightmare that we had with that, you know, we returned how many computers that never got used, and that type of stuff, it's like, so we don't wanna see that happen again, but I think we're in a much better place than we were.
Excellent.
Didn't the former town manager tell us he was gonna hire more, 2 or
Yeah.
3 more IT?
There is 2 in the budget, they just haven't filled them yet.
Oh, okay.
There's two available right now. But they,
And you know, if you take the size of the town of Newington, and you think of how many computers are in the infrastructure for the town government, police department, fire department, school district, town hall. It's a lot.
well,
That's a lot for a few guys.
The school system has like 10 guys.
Right,
It's different. They do all their own computers, and
right,
then you have like 4 that do the rest.
right. Well, we'll work with them and do the best we can.
Like I said, they're doing, you know, they're working with us. I'm not gonna say that. They're working hard.
Excellent. Autism. Any news on autism
Yeah,
fundraising?
so Patterson School has raised $3,000 to have their logo put on the truck.
Wow,
So it should be put on the truck, hoping tomorrow.
really
And
cool.
then we're gonna contact Newington Life and a couple other papers and like really.
Jazz it up.
Jazz it up for them, so.
Yeah, nice. That's really cool.
So that'll push us to the $10,800 mark. Of what we can give back to.
Contributions.
So far.
Yeah.
And about
And we-
6 months to go.
the papers next year.
Wow, awesome. Kudos to our fine young students at John Patterson.
Absolutely.
Deputy chief's positions, comment on that. We received 6 applications for the deputy chief's position. 4 of the applications meet the criteria to continue in the process. 2 of the applications did not meet the minimum qualifications, so those 2 applicants will be sent a letter thanking them for their interest. And that, remember the test date, well, they have, it's January 6th. Oh, 6th. Yeah, beginning of January is we wanted a couple months so that they can start with the test, so they're prepared. And, we will be doing an oral board shortly after that with an outside oral board from outside of the Newington area, January 10th. Thank you, Commissioner. And hopefully within a week or so after that. So we're looking to put the new deputy chief in by February. We know we have the holidays coming up but I would say by February 1st, gentlemen, that we should be able to have a new deputy chief
Yeah.
Online. Um. Okay, firehouse inspections, as per request. The chief would like to hold off on the November 14th. Firehouse inspections from the chiefs and commissioners till a new deputy chief of building and apparatus is in place. And if that is okay with you gentlemen,
Yeah.
we'll hold off
Yeah.
on that.
Yes,
All
Plus,
right,
just on that other note, it's actually the swearing in ceremony of yourself in the new
Correct.
council. And I
Correct.
just don't want you guys not to be able to. go.
Yeah. And I think it would be great that the new deputy chief comes around with us and sees everything and can start off right off the hop, so we'll hold off on that. There is no new business. And I will go, anything else? Guys?
Just, I don't know, new business, old business. The chiefs are gonna start, putting together the, CIP requests, which are due December 8th. We'd like to, obviously, once we get them together, forward to you guys to look over. That will be December 8th that those are due, and then the operating budget, I'm sure will be right around early January.
Yep.
But we're gonna also be working on it also. So we're meeting next week on the CIP request, and then, we'll get that over to you as soon as we get that done.
Appreciate that. And we'll submit that for December 8th.
Those have to be submitted to the town manager's office.
Correct. All right. Wonderful. Public participation for the second time. Anybody like to speak? Anybody online like to speak? I think we lost Mitch. Any other public participation? Okay, none. Commissioners' remarks. We'll start with my good friend to the left.
Your
Commissioner
left-hand
Stein.
man.
My left-hand man.
All I'd like to
Hold on
say,
one second.
The December meeting, have you decided where it's gonna be?
I'll do that under my, thank you. I gotta, I've marked it down, Johnny. Couple of things I got marked down.
the only thing I have to say is congratulations on your reelection. to the
Thank you,
commission.
sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That's all I've got for tonight.
well, short and sweet. Okay,
Now to the right hand.
congratulations to you, Brian.
Thank you,
on your
sir.
Reelection. I was, lucky enough to attend, one of the combined drills of Company 1 and Company 3
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I believe, at Milton Lane. And I was just totally blown away at the amount of members that took part in this drill. And the instructors are just incredible. I don't know what else to say other than, they just do an awesome job. So keep up the good work because we got so many other departments beat. It's just unreal. So thank you for everything that you guys do.
That's it,
Okay,
Commissioner.
that's it.
Okay.
Before you go on, I do have
Yes, sir.
a quick story to tell. Last Friday, I was wondering what Company 3 was gonna do for their dinner. And Company 3 uses a app called Telegraph. So I just went on Telegraph and said, what's going on for Monday dinner? And 26 messages later, almost everybody that stood up was either brand new or within the last couple of years, except for Dan Dirty. He was making green bean casserole, but we had 2 turkeys, we had mashed potatoes, we had the fixins, we had everything last Monday night, and it just came together so easily with the youngsters in the department. And I know a few of us were there, and it was quite a meal. So I figured I'd share that because it's about the kids.
About the kids and it's about the family.
Yep.
Yep. Awesome thing. Thank you, Commissioner, for sharing that. I just got a few things that I couldn't really fit into the agenda, but one is I would like to give a huge thank you to Fred Callahan. Freddie and I have been working on something for quite a while. I was personally gonna buy it from him. I says, when you're ready to get rid of something, Freddie, I want you to let me know. Well, Freddie got a hold of me about 8-9 months ago and said, Bubba, when I'm done with the truck, you're gonna be the first one to know about it. And he called me and he said, I'm done with the truck and you can have it, but I'm donating it back to the firehouse. So we went up there a couple of Sundays ago to the barn on at Bolorama, and we found this most beautiful 1950 fire truck. It's shining at Station 2 right now like you wouldn't believe. But to give you a little history of that was originally engine 2, where it is currently. That was bought of one of 3 fire trucks, engine 1, engine 2, and engine 3. Engine 3 is in a farm in Massachusetts, all rotted out. Engine 1, sadly, tipped over at Main and New Britain Avenue, and that was one of our line of duty deaths for firefighter Kachanowicz. And the only survivor was engine 2 that Freddie had. So we picked it up, we brought it to Two's, and we're working to bring it back to its heyday. And it's almost 75 years old, and this truck is just absolutely gorgeous. And Freddie, thank you a million. It's going to serve its purpose, and it's 75 years of Newington Fire Department history, and it's just absolutely awesome to have it back at its home. So thank you, Chief.
And it's amazing, and I can't thank him enough for that. The pictures that he had in the book that he kept solid records of what he did with it, where he brought it.
Yeah,
all the shows and like, you know, he went down to Eastern, the Big E and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, it's amazing. And the truck is in phenomenal shape. So I can't think.
so he kind of let the cat out of the bag. I'm going to tell a funny story about the bell. Yeah, and so when they went to buy the new truck, they weren't gonna put a bell on it because they were gonna take the old bell off of this truck and put it on the new truck. But Freddie wanted to keep the bell on it, so he made a deal with Han Fire Equipment and bought a bell. And the new truck came in with a bell, and Freddie got to keep the bell on the fire truck. So it's a pretty funny story. So, but it's just a beautiful piece of equipment, and like I said, it's 75 years of history, and it's just gorgeous. So it'll be on display. That was bought after the Buffaloes were bought. So pretty cool to have it back. Pancake breakfast Sunday, if everybody can make it, support our cadets. 7 o'clock here, I believe, 8 o'clock it's starting.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
And I think we mentioned it last month, but I'll make sure I have the appropriate correspondence sent over to the town clerk's office. But the December meeting will be at the old firehouse. It'll be our annual Christmas commissioners meeting with a little pizza and before, after, during, whatever. And I hope to see you all there. So once again, thank you for all my supporters for putting me back in for another 4 years. I just want to say one thing, that people have asked me, why do you do what you do? And I told them that my number one goal, and as a commissioner, our job is to do what's right for 32,000 people in this town. But I tell them my first priority is to make sure that the 130 members of this fire department are safe, have the equipment to do their job, and that they go home to their families every night. And that's my number one priority. And the second priority is to be fiscally responsible to the people in the town of Newington. That's what I went on. I'm glad I'm back for 4 more. But that's where I stand, if anybody wants to know, that the number one priority of me as the commissioner of this department is that each and every single person in this department goes home after each and every call. So I want you to have the equipment to do your job and be safe. That's all I have to say.
Just make sure you give them the date. You said come.
Oh, yeah, I think that's the 14th, yeah, December 14th, so a couple weeks before Christmas, that'll be really nice. Anybody have anything else before we close the meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Hold on one second, people.